How LeBron James turned Whoop from a Harvard project into a $3 billion sports tech giant. James was one of the first people to wear this unique sports performance device. In today's age of technology and sports analytics, the biggest product that comes to mind for performance tracking and recovery is the Whoop strap. Regarded as one of the best pieces of technology for sports improvement, its primary use extends beyond basic step tracking and general fitness requirements, similar to the Apple Watch. However, before its success in 2012, founder Will Ahmed, a student at the time and captain of Harvard's squash team, dealt with frustration due to a lack of insight into his body's response to training. Then came the creation of the early device. The success certainly didn't come early, as Ahmed went through a series of failures to bring the product to market, being rejected by hundreds of investors and facing market indifference in itself. But Ahmed would soon catch a break. In one pivotal moment, LeBron James was seen wearing the strap on his hand in a 2015 Kia commercial, and the rest is history. Today, Whoop stands as a $3 billion company, built on the integrity and principles that Ahmed applied early on. Revolution of sports performance. During his respectable years as an athlete, Ahmed often found himself overtraining and mismanaging his sleep, which resulted in his body's performance failing him due to poor recovery and high stress levels. As a result, he delved deeply into the rabbit hole, learning about heart rate, recovery, and sleep, which ultimately led him to create the device at the Harvard Innovation Labs. The device brought a revolution in physical performance, measuring strain, sleep, and recovery continuously through an app on a mobile device. I started a company because I was obsessed with solving a problem. I was playing squash while I was at Harvard, and I felt like I didn't know what I was doing to my body. I used to overtrain, and I got interested in how you could prevent this. I did an enormous amount of physiology research. I read something like 500 medical papers, not knowing I was going to start a company, said Ahmed in an interview for GQ. Despite this, the first few years brought a series of difficulties for Ahmed. He pitched the idea to over 100 investors and was rejected by every single one of them. Although James was spotted wearing the device, soon after, athletes like Stephen Curry, Tiger Woods, and Michael Phelps were seen wearing the device on their hands, forming a tremendous yet unexpected credibility for the product. Whoop's strategic breakthrough came from focusing on elite athletes, rather than mainstream users, such as regular people trying to improve their physical health. The device gained popularity and adoption among major professional sports leagues, including the NFL, NBA, and MLB. Even the Navy SEALs started incorporating the product into their programs. The main difference wasn't in the exercise and stress part, but rather something more efficient. For Whoop, our point of view was that sleep and recovery were more important to performance than understanding exercise and stress. That was particularly contrarian. Sleep and recovery, 8 years ago, when we founded the company, weren't things that people were talking about in mainstream culture, he added.